Hi folks, welcome to the Richard Chaney channel. I'm Richard Chaney. The first record LP we're going to do is I Am a Truck. I Am a Truck. Next record LP we're going to do is Country Joe and the Fish. Country Joe and the Fish. Next record LP we're going to do is Crystal Gale. Crystal Gale. Next record LP we're going to do is Melissa Manchester. Melissa Manchester. The next record LP we're going to do is Trini Lopez. Trini Lopez. Next record LP we're going to do is Today's Love Hits, all originals, together. The next record LP, The Glory of Christmas. The Glory of Christmas. And last but least, here's a record LP of Chris Weaver. Chris Weaver. And that concludes the record LP collection part 7 tonight. Hope you enjoyed. Well, today I had pork steak for dinner. That was good. I had 2 of them. And the floods are still bad. And it's worse in some states than it is in others. All of the flood waters is just piled up. And there's a lot of farmers out there that cannot plant their crops on account of the floods. On account of the floods. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. These people goes out and buys stuff to plant in their fields and cannot plant because of the floodwaters. Because of the floodwaters, they cannot plant. They cannot plant on account of the floodwaters. And it's got these stores, when they do get the produce, it's got them selling it higher because of the floods, and they have to spend out a lot more money to get the stuff to plant, and they're having a hard time planting it on account of the floodwaters. So there you go again. And as you see, the floodwaters is just bad. Bad. It's just bad. And it just overtaken everything. And some states is worse than others with it. Some states around here is worse than others with it, because all of the flood rains are just piling up and 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 piling up, and it's staying in one saturated area. It's just one big mess. Big mess. And it stays in situated areas, and they cannot plant on account of all of the water, and everything just sinks down, and they can't plant their seeds because too much water, and it floats it back up to the top. And I don't know. I really don't know what to say anymore, because when you think about it, folks, when you think about it, when you actually think about it, all of the floodwaters is just unbearable. Just unbearable. Because you got all of these floodwaters containing into one big mess, and it's got every farm burrow all messed up. All messed up. Because one thing leads to another on that account. One thing leads to another on that subject. These farmers goes out and buys the seeds for their crops. They spend quite a bit of money for them crops, for the seeds to put in the crops, okay? And they cannot plant them on account of the floodwaters. Floodwaters. They cannot do it on account of too much flooding. All right, there's states around us that's got 10 times more water than what we did here in Illinois. But as you know, we got floodwaters. We got quite a bit of floodwaters. Too much floodwaters, if you ask me. But that's beside the point. You know, all of these farmers that's trying to get their stuff planted and cannot do it on account of too much water. Too much water. They cannot do it. Cannot. And it just too much. Too much. It just too much. How was your day today? My day's been going pretty good. Like I said, I got up today, sat on my couch and relaxed, watched TV, hung out here at the house, ate 2 pork steaks for dinner, and mashed potatoes and Brussels sprouts and pudding and Coke Zero to drink. Yum, yum. But that's beside the point. Now let's get back on the flooding. You know, all of this flooding, there's got to be a stopping point somewhere. Because there's just too much. There's got to be a stopping point somewhere. You know, where does it end? Where does it end? There's got to be a stopping point somewhere. For the past 3 or 4 or 5 days, Just nothing but rain, nothing but rain. Rain, 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 rain. And it just piled up higher and higher and higher till it got over flood stage. Flood stage. We got hit hard with the floods. Plus other states got hit hard with the floods. And it's just one big mess after another. You know, one big mess after another. You know, got hit hard with the rain waters. You know, it's got to have a stopping point somewhere. But where? 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 You tell me. You tell me in the comments. Down in the comment section down below. And see where that leads. Because I sure can't tell you. But other than that, it's just out of control. It is. It's out of control. It's mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. And it's mind-boggling knowing that that's happening. And you cannot do anything about it because it's weather. Because it's weather. You can't do nothing about it. But if they could, they would. But it's weather. And you cannot do anything about it. Just sit there and watch it happen. Sit and watch it happen. Sit and watch it happen. You know, anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. You know, it's just one big hassle after another. You know, maybe all of the flood waters will go down. Give the farmers enough time to plant their crops and stuff, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I gave up because every time, you know, all of these floodwaters is so bad that it's got the lakes up high, it's got the creeks up high, it's got the rivers up high, and it's all over the fields and lands and stuff where people can't get out, and they got some bridges closed on account of the floods. Something's got to give. Something has to give. But what? Remember, like, favorite, subscribe, and I'm out of here.